Praise. What's going on, Raider Nation? It's your host, Raider Lee, and you are now tuned in to the Black Hole Hangout. Yes, you are back. Listen, guys, I know I've been gone for a minute, right? I haven't got any coverage off of week 2 and week 1. So let me just recap what's going on, right? Now, week 1, I didn't do a video because week 1 was still in the phase of whether we had the right identity or we were just still practicing. Well, basically, week 1 was basically like preseason. We started getting into it week 2. Now, week 1 with the Chargers was a interesting game, guys. It was a very interesting game. Listen up. The rushing game was non-existent. Now, I know that we lost Josh Jacobs and we were looking for at least a reasonable replacement, right? And we said, oh, well, we got White. You know, he's not Jacobs, but he is a decent running back, right? Okay. No, he's not Jacobs. And he basically displayed that. But he still is a decent running back. And once we get him going with the line, he's going to need a little more help than Jacobs need. He can create his own space. White doesn't create his own space. White needs a orchestrated system. The Charger game was a very disappointing game. It was a game that we could have won, and we should have won, clearly. Hold on one second, guys. Hold on. Yeah, it's a game that we should have won. We were very capable of winning that game. It was a divisional game that we needed to win to give us a good push going into the regular season. We lost that game because we had 2 careless mistakes. Minshew did a pass, which was a fumble, which recovered by the defense and ultimately led them to making a score. We had a fumble, which was by Zamir White, that they ultimately recovered, and Minshew threw 1 interception. So the turnovers killed us here, guys, versus where they had no turnovers. We were in the lead, and we were capable of winning that game, and we should have won the Chargers game. It didn't happen that way. We lost it based off of our errors. Going into the Baltimore Ravens game, that was a little bit of a different game. We conducted what we were doing. We started coming out there and started to display what Raiders' identity going into the 2024 season is going to be, because it's not rushing. Rushing, we're incapable of displaying the right talent and the skills and stats to be able to run the ball. We can't do it, right, guys? I mean, think about it. Zamir, he only has 68 yards for the year. I mean, that's 2 games. You break that down, it's 30-something yards a game. So that's all he has. So it's like the running game is non-existent. What happened with the Ravens game is that we started passing the ball. Once we started passing the ball, we started being more productive in the game as far as being able to control it and win it. We look forward for doing a passing game. Remember, guys, back in my other video when I said, listen, once we start passing like madmen, you're going to see something different. We did. We started seeing something very different when we started passing. Like I said in the last video, Minshew has all the tools to be successful. We just need those guys to do their job. And what I meant by that was that they just need to give him time. They need to let him be able to have time to recognize the play, make the play, and use the tools that's out there, and to generate a positive result out of it, right? We were going to get yards. We started passing it with our tight ends. And I said, you guys are going to see something different. We run up in a 2 tight end setup. It's very hard to defend when you have tight ends that can go out there and catch versus you got wide receivers that everybody's focusing on too. And you're going to be able to do that. Once they started trying to cover the tight end, then the receivers started going crazy. So it's like we have a deadly offense, like I said before, guys. So hopefully going into this game versus the Panthers, we are going to have a great game. Guys, I'm ready for this game. This game is going to be awesome. I think that we're going to beat these guys today. This is the game that is going to be able to give us our momentum. Now, let's go back into a little bit of the stats right now as far as the Raiders go, right? You know, you got Minshew. He only has 2 touchdowns, right, for the year. You know, he has 2 interceptions, so that's like 50-50. It's kind of bad. He has 9 sacks. That's the problem. Yeah, 9 sacks. That means that this guy's been getting hit. Offensive line has to do a better job at securing that he will be able to display and make the pass without being chased down and hit. And now the running game is non-existent, guys. I think we should just try a little bit and see if we can get some results. I think the running game will work when we start passing a lot and catching them off guard with the run. Besides that, we cannot focus on trying to do the run. Ratio has to be 1 rush versus 3 passes. We have to do that, or we're not going to be successful any other type of way. That is our identity for now, for this year, is to pass the ball, and we are going to pass the ball. Our leading receivers are Devontae Adams with like 68 yards. And we have Brock Bowers, our rookie tight end, that is right behind him with 156 yards. So he is catching, and he is going crazy. It's going to open up for Myers. It's going to open up for Tucker. It's going to open up for all these other guys to be making a lot of plays. Now, let's go into our defense. What I expected out of our defense, Robert Spillane is definitely hitting people out there. He's tackling. You know, he has 15 tackles. He's out there hitting people. Crosby's doing what he's supposed to do. He has 3 sacks. He's out there tackling. He got 7 tackles. He's out there doing his job. The safety, Epps, is doing good. He's out there tackling. He's doing a great job. Christian Wilkins is doing good. I haven't seen anything like super explosive, but he's been doing good. He got about 7 tackles. He hasn't got any sacks yet, but he's been around there. So he's doing a really good job. The question is, what about our other defensive end? Now that Kuntz is out for the year, which is very disappointing. The other guy, he hurt his leg, so he's out. So now we got to figure out what we're going to do with this defensive end. We need that other rush. Now, we signed Cade Levon. We signed him to the practice squad, but we won't know until we actually go ahead and use him. That is what I'm looking forward to. But, guys, I'm looking forward for this game today, which is going to be happening with the Carolina Panthers, and I think that we're going to absolutely destroy them, guys. I'm ready. You know, I want the Raider Nation to be ready. All my Raiderettes, Raiders, all my Black Hole Hangout individuals, get ready for this game, guys. This is the game that we're going to be needing to win. This game is a game that we need to win. We have to defeat these Carolina Panthers. Once we defeat these Carolina Panthers, we can get the momentum going on into the next game, because the first game is a game we should have won. We should be 2-0 right now, guys. We're not 2-0. We're 1-1. Now, the Baltimore Ravens game was an excellent game. I think that we played great. We had the heart. We came back. We defeated them, okay? And we're going to defeat the Carolina Panthers. It's going to be a great game to see, guys. Until then, Raider Nation, RFNL for life. Thanks for tuning in to the Black Hole Hangout, and guys, have a good day.